In the early 1990s, the internet was still a strange and unfamiliar place. Most people had never heard the sound of a dial-up modem. Online shopping barely existed, and the idea of trusting a website with your money seemed absurd. Traditional retailers ruled the world, and physical stores dominated every street. At that moment, no one imagined that a single company would one day change how humanity buys almost everything. But in a small garage, driven by a risky idea and an obsession with the future, Amazon was quietly being born. Jeff Bezos was not searching for fame or empire when the idea came to him. He was working a stable, high-paying job on Wall Street, analyzing data and spotting trends. One statistic stopped him cold. Internet usage was growing at an astonishing rate every year. Bezos believed that growth alone was opportunity. He didn't know exactly what the business would be, but he knew one thing. If the internet was growing that fast, someone would build something massive on top of it. That realization would change his life forever. Bezos made a decision most people were too afraid to make. He left his secure career, packed his car, and drove across the country to start something completely new. During that drive, he created what he later called a regret minimization framework. He asked himself whether he would regret trying and failing more than never trying at all. The answer was clear. Failure was temporary. Regret could last forever. Amazon began with books, not because Bezos loved books more than anything else, but because books were the perfect test product. Millions of titles existed, no physical store could stock them all, and demand was constant. An online bookstore could offer more selection than any physical competitor. The idea was logical, but logic alone doesn't build companies. Execution does. In a garage, Amazon's first operations took shape. Desks were makeshift, orders were packed by hand, bells rang when a sale came in. Early customers placed orders through a basic website that looked nothing like today's sleek platforms. But something important was happening. People were willing to buy from the internet. Trust was forming, one order at a time. From the beginning, Amazon prioritized customers over profits. Prices were low, shipping was fast for its time, customer service was generous. Critics questioned the strategy. Traditional businesses focused on margins and quarterly profits. Amazon focused on growth and loyalty. Bezos believed that if customers trusted Amazon, profits would follow later. As Amazon grew, so did its losses. Year after year, the company reinvested everything back into expansion. Warehouses were built, technology improved, infrastructure expanded. Wall Street grew impatient. Analysts called Amazon reckless. Headlines predicted collapse. Many believed the company was burning money without a clear path to survival. Despite the criticism, Amazon went public. The IPO gave the company capital, but also scrutiny. Stock prices rose and fell dramatically. Investors demanded profits. Bezos refused to change course. He reminded shareholders that Amazon was building for the long term, not short-term applause. Then came the dot-com crash. In the early 2000s, internet companies collapsed by the thousands. Confidence vanished overnight. Investors pulled out. Businesses failed. Amazon's stock lost most of its value. Layoffs followed. Survival became uncertain. Many assumed Amazon would be next. But Amazon endured. While competitors disappeared, Amazon quietly strengthened its foundation. It optimized logistics. It improved recommendation systems. It expanded product categories beyond books into electronics, toys, and everyday items. The vision was becoming clearer. Amazon was not a bookstore. It was a platform. One of Amazon's most important decisions came from an internal problem. The company needed better computing power to handle its own growth. Instead of buying expensive external services, Amazon built its own infrastructure. Eventually, Bezos realized that this infrastructure could be sold to others. That insight created Amazon Web Services. AWS changed everything. What began as an internal solution became one of the most profitable cloud platforms in history. Startups, corporations, and governments relied on Amazon servers to run their businesses. AWS quietly became the backbone of the modern internet. While customers saw packages arriving at their doors, Amazon was also powering websites, apps, and digital services worldwide. Meanwhile, Amazon continued to reshape retail. Warehouses became more automated, delivery networks expanded, Prime memberships changed customer expectations forever. Two-day shipping became the standard, not the luxury. Shopping habits shifted. Physical stores struggled to compete. Amazon's strategy was simple but relentless. Remove friction. Fewer clicks, faster delivery, lower prices. Every improvement was measured, tested, and optimized. Data guided decisions. Scale multiplied advantages. But growth came with controversy. Critics accused Amazon of crushing small businesses, exploiting workers, and wielding too much power. Governments investigated. Labor conditions were questioned. Antitrust debates intensified. Amazon was no longer just a company, it was a force reshaping economies. Bezos remained focused on the future. He believed companies that stop innovating eventually die. Amazon invested in voice assistants, smart devices, logistics automation, and artificial intelligence. Some experiments failed, others succeeded spectacularly. Failure was not avoided, it was expected. One of Amazon's boldest moves was entering physical retail. After years of disrupting stores, Amazon bought a major grocery chain. The message was clear. Amazon did not fear traditional industries, it absorbed them. Over time, profitability finally arrived. The years of losses transformed into sustained earnings. The patience paid off. Amazon became one of the most valuable companies in history. Bezos became one of the world's wealthiest individuals, not by chasing money, but by obsessing over customers. Eventually, Bezos stepped back from daily leadership, leaving behind a company built to operate without him. Amazon was no longer dependent on a single person. Its systems, culture, and scale ensured continuity. Today, Amazon is everywhere. It delivers packages, streams entertainment, powers the internet, and influences how businesses operate globally. Its journey was not smooth, fast, or guaranteed. It survived ridicule, crashes, and years of doubt. Amazon's story is not about overnight success. It is about patience in a world obsessed with speed. It is about long-term thinking in a short-term market. It is about building trust before profits, infrastructure before praise, and systems that outlast founders. From a garage to global dominance, Amazon didn't just change shopping, it changed how the modern world works.
If you want more such information, then subscribe to our channel.